Good evening and welcome to the UNSW Arts, Design and Architecture Information Evening. My name is Cameron Roberts and I'm the Faculty Recruitment Officer for the Arts, Design and Architecture faculty at UNSW, and I have the pleasure of hosting tonight's information session. Before we begin the event, I would like to acknowledge the Bidjigal people, who are the traditional custodians of the land on which our UNSW Kensington campus stands. I would also like to pay my respects to elders, both past and present, and extend that respect to any First Nations people joining us here tonight. For this evening's session, you'll hear from the Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Design and Architecture, Professor Claire Annesley, who will take us through an overview of our wonderful faculty and the diverse range of degrees we offer, the opportunities that await our students, as well as the careers that you may find yourselves in the future. We will also have an interview with one of our fantastic Bachelor of Arts double degree students, giving us an insight into their studies and their experiences at UNSW, followed by information on the pathways you can consider to study with us in the Arts, Design and Architecture faculty. And finally, we will end on an interactive Q&A panel involving further members of our current students cohort in ADA. So any questions that you have throughout the session, please make sure to place them into the chat and we'll do our best to answer those during the Q&A section. To give us a deeper insight into our Faculty of Arts, Design and Architecture, I would now like to pass on to our Dean, Professor Claire Annesley. Thank you, Claire.
Thanks, Cam. And hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. My name's Claire Annesley. I'm the Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Design and Architecture here at UNSW. And really, I'm here to talk to you about our degree programmes and really just to give you as much information as I can to help you plan your future. I mean, choosing a university and choosing a degree programme is a really big deal. Some of you will know what it is that you want to study, what you want to become later in life, and many of you don't, and that's okay. Our job is to give you the information that you need to help you with your choices and to support you to find whatever the unique pathway is through our courses, whatever works for you. And I would say the most important thing for you to remember right now is that university is your education, it's your time, it's a time for you to really explore all the things that matter to you, to discover your passion, to discover new perspectives. It's a time for you to challenge yourself, to expose yourself to things that you'd never even thought about before. Allow your mind to be blown. Like, your university education is about getting a good job, but it's not just about getting a good job. It's about gaining new knowledge and skills and the things that will set you up for everything that you will need in the future. It's the skills like creativity, collaboration, problem solving, communication, leadership. These are all the skills that you'll gain at university that will set you up for the rest of your life. And really, it's an education that empowers you to, how can I put this, like design the life that you want and to really design the life that allows you to make the impact that you'd like to have for yourself, for your community, and across the world. So, as I said, I'm Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Design and Architecture, and we like to think of ourselves as problem solvers. We're a faculty that says that, through creativity, collaboration and inclusion, we seek and solve problems to improve life on Earth. And we do that by drawing on all the diverse disciplinary knowledge that exists within our faculty. And I thought I would kick off by maybe just sharing a few examples of some students in the faculty and how they have done this in our faculty. So we've got art student Charlene Kristen. Charlene is amazing because she received the First Nation Storytelling Prize at the 2024 Best Australian Yarn Awards for her story, Riverfish. Or I could introduce you to Rory Lewis, who's a student in landscape architecture, and he took part in a 10-week regional placement on country with the Burke Community Garden. Or there's Dehan Silverspent, an interior architecture student who created a community-centred and child-friendly design for the streets in Phnom Penh in Cambodia while he was on a professional placement with the South Australia Arts Project and CNET. Or there's painting a moving image student, William Wink, who his work was commissioned as part of the UNSW Diversity Festival. Or Elizabeth Burke, one of our creative writing students, who was selected to have her story published in a national anthology, An Unexpected Party. And that's just 5 students, but there's literally thousands more across our faculty from this incredibly diverse range of disciplines and backgrounds who are doing similarly incredible things. And, we're really keen to help you imagine what your place would be like in a faculty like ours. So the team of academic and professional staff across the faculty work really hard to create the best possible experience for students when they join arts, design and architecture. We're committed to offering a really broad range of study areas and increasing that offer so that we're keeping up with what it is that industry wants from university graduates. And we're always updating our curricula for new ways of teaching and new ways of assessing. We listen really carefully to feedback from our students, and we're committed to making sure that their experience of studying at university is as kind of straightforward as possible. So to give you an example, we work with students to produce these special onboarding packs for new students that join the faculty that guide them every step of the way, because joining a big institution like a university can be quite hard. And we're committed to kind of ongoing investment in our spaces and facilities for our students. So great study spaces and fantastic equipment to support your studies. And we really feel like we're on the right track. What I am very grateful for is that the feedback that we've received from students over the last 5 years has been improving term by term by term. Course satisfaction has shown a really steady increase each year, culminating in our highest scores for 2024. And I think that reflects our efforts to enhance the overall educational experience. And these improvements really reflect our dedication to providing the best possible experience for students in the years that they're with us in arts, design and architecture. And we commit to, continuing to listen and adapt and innovate to make sure that students can be as successful as possible. So let me tell you a little bit about what the faculty looks like. We have over 75 study areas to choose from to make sure that students in the faculty can carve their own path and choose the study areas that mean the most to them. And we're always adding to this. Last year, we introduced primary education and also a new fashion degree specialisation for students, which includes a brand new state-of-the-art fashion studio. This year, in term 2, we're introducing game art as a specialisation based on what we're hearing from industry, what they would like to get out of university graduates, and also to meet the growing demand in the gaming industry, not only in Australia, but across the world. That range of diverse disciplines is packaged into a number of undergraduate degrees, and the breadth of study options available within the faculty is organised in this way. We try to organise our degrees so that they are as flexible as possible, so that students can combine kind of practical information, hands-on learning with group work and in-class learning as well. And what you can see in this slide is that our degrees are organised in a way so that they can be combined in double degree combinations within the faculty. That's that first column that you see, the range of options of double degrees with other degrees in arts, design and architecture. But there are 40 plus double degrees offered across other faculties at UNSW as well. And so, students graduate with 2 degrees. They can do this in less time, and it also gives students 2 distinct or complementary career paths. It also gives students the opportunity to maybe combine something kind of quite practical with something more creative, or something quite vocational or professional with something that is more aligned with their passion. Let me say a little bit about our facilities. Our campus spans 2 different campuses. The majority of what we do, the majority of our disciplines are offered in the Kensington campus. But our visual arts and our design programs are on our special campus down in Paddington. And what you can see on this slide is some of our students' favourite spaces. The Paddington campus is there in the top, in the middle, but you can also see our theatre, our creative practice lab, the Esme Timbury Creative Practice Lab, and you can see our design futures lab and our maker spaces and our virtual production spaces as well. So we've invested a lot in making sure that our students will have access to really great facilities as well as fantastic classroom education. We're also really proud as a university to have been named #1 in graduate employability for the 6th year in a row. Degrees at UNSW Arts, Design and Architecture make sure that our students gain the skills that are in demand by industry and employers, and also give them the opportunity to develop connections with that industry and gain real life experience while they're studying. So once you're at UNSW, you'll be able to gain experience and explore your chosen field. What you'll have the opportunity to do is take part in experiences for credit, and that might be an industry placement or a client-based project. It might be an internship. It might be a fieldwork experience. UNSW also provides career readiness and kind of brings industry professionals to you to enhance your learning and to bring kind of current real world problems to you to solve in the classroom. And this is a big part of a lot of the degrees that we offer. So a degree like design is very much a studio problem-based discipline. All ADA students have the opportunity to take an ADA professional placement course in their programme. Let me give you a few examples. In the Bachelor of Design, in the Integrated Design specialisation, they have the opportunity to design innovative bedroom furniture for the company Temple and Webster. The Bachelor of City Planning students have a practice year, and in that year, students are able to take up paid placements for the whole 3rd year of their study. And they can do that across a wide range of opportunities in planning and planning-related organisations. And then there are also professional placements with international organisations. So, for example, in our School of Built Environment, students go to Cambodia for the Neighbourhood Project. It's a 10 weeks in Phnom Penh, creating community-centred and child-friendly designs for neighbourhoods. Or in our Bachelor of Social Sciences, International Studies, there's a whole year of exchange to another country. Or the Bachelor of Media in the Arts and Media School, they offer internships that total 100 hours of placements in a host organisation. So all of these things are what set our students up to be the most employable graduates when they leave UNSW. The other thing that I would really like to just emphasise is the way that students in arts, design and architecture are really set up to develop what we call career-ready skills to, turn what it is that they learn in the classroom into real-world solutions across a wide range of industries and in a vast area of disciplines. Our graduates are equipped with a kind of a baseline transferable skills alongside knowledge and technical skills, and that really helps them thrive in any environment in the Australian job market. 70% of employers say that these days, teamwork and collaboration are the most important skills required of any employee that they're hiring into their company. So the skills that students gain while studying with us are really those what we call enduring human capabilities. These are the skills that cannot be replaced by technology. Our graduates land jobs in a diverse range of industries and a variety of roles, from registered architects to teachers to media specialists to film designers or diplomats and heaps more. Many of our degrees are professionally recognised by accreditation bodies, so our graduates are ready to enter the job market confident of that particular learned skill set. Right now, ADA is teaching over 7,000 undergraduates and postgraduates in 2025. The programmes that we have are tailored to suit the future job market. Graduates are prepared for evolving job market demands, and these figures that you see in this particular slide really highlight the range of promising career prospects for our graduates, making sure that they are really well prepared for the future job market. So I want to close by just reminding you that UNSW is ranked #1 in graduate employability. UNSW is ranked 19th in the world. We have just heard this week that both architecture and built environment and social sciences and management have both been ranked top 23 in the world. And we're first in international research for arts and humanities, and 10 of our subjects are in the top 5 in Australia. So if I were to sum up, I would just like to remind you that we have a huge range of diversity to suit all student needs across the faculty. We provide a really fantastic experience for our students, as well as gaining knowledge in the classroom and with industry. Our students gain phenomenal skills that set them up for life. Thank you. I would now like to pass you over to Svetlana Fletcher, who is our Senior Recruitment Product Manager. Thank you.
Thanks, Claire, and good evening, everyone. Tonight, I have the pleasure to be speaking with our current student who will be talking about her UNSW experience. Thank you for joining me, Fleur.
No worries.
So, what are you studying here at UNSW?
Yep, so I am in my final year studying a Bachelor of Commerce and Arts, where I major in Marketing for Commerce, and then for Arts, I major in Theatre and Performance Studies.
Awesome. And what inspired you to choose to combine a Bachelor of Arts with a Bachelor of Commerce?
I think the main point why I actually combined it is to combine my passion with my interest. So basically, in high school, I really wanted to become an actor, and I wanted to go to acting school, so I really was wanting to get into acting pretty much. But then my mum was like, Fleur, you should probably go to university. You're really good at business studies. Maybe you should try and do a business degree as well. So as I researched online, I found out that UNSW does do a double degree, one for commerce, which is basically business studies, and then one for arts, majoring in theatre and performance studies. So I was like, that is definitely the degree that I want to do. It combines both my passion for theatre, but also my interest in marketing. So it's just been a very amazing degree. I've been able to explore different career options and have explore different interests as well, which has been super cool.
And you've already kind of mentioned your two majors. So you've got performance studies as well as marketing.
Yeah.
What's been your favourite course so far? So what year are you in? You're in your fifth year?
Fifth year.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So you've had, time to...
I've had some experience, yes. I think my favourite course has been, it's called Musicals, Dance and Pop Culture, and I love musical theatre, and to see that was actually a subject that was being shown at this university, I was like, I cannot wait for this. And this is an elective. So I did this subject, I think around last year, and basically it was very, very hands-on, lots of group work, and our performance, which was our examination as well, we had to do like a 10-minute performance of a musical scene. So I and two other people did a performance from Chicago the musical, and we got to dance, sing and act all at the same time. And to think that was my university exam for that term was really, really fun. And I got to explore more about the musical theatre scene, as well as just learn more about how I want to portray myself as an actor on stage. I've realised that I want to get more into like musical theatre, and just singing and acting is just the number one thing for me.
Oh, that sounds so fun. And yes, as you said, for that to be an exam that you're getting assessed on, sounds great. And throughout your degree, so your double degree, what skills would you say you've developed or maybe acquired during your Bachelor of Arts and that you found the most valuable?
Yeah. I think there is a lot of skills that I have learned, especially from my arts degree, but all of these skills are transferable. So for example, collaboration, communication are two very, very key skills that you developed within this degree. Because you're working with groups all the time, you're not really going to be doing a performance by yourself unless you're doing like solo performance making. And within acting, but also just group work in general, you meet so many different people, like diverse experiences, perspectives, and you sort of learn to navigate how to make sure everyone is seen and heard, but then also picking out like the best solution for the end product. So that's not only just for arts, but also across all of our degrees. I felt that in marketing as well. So definitely collaboration and communication, making sure that your point gets put across well and concise, but not shutting down people's ideas. So that's been a very crucial lesson I've learnt. Another skill that I've developed is critical thinking and also creative thinking. Obviously for arts, you will be reading tons of readings. So every week there's probably a few hours of readings that you should be looking into doing. And I think at first it might seem a little bit daunting because, oh my God, you have to read like 30 pages of something you're not used to reading and might be a little bit hard to read. But once you sit down and read it, you get to talk about it during class and actually get to analyse and see, oh, this is a different perspective than what I've originally been brought up with. But then the tons of reading really makes you broaden your perspective and you just get a more wider knowledge base as well. So yeah, that's it for critical thinking and analysis. And obviously creative thinking is the core of theatre and performance and a lot of the core of other performance majors and also art majors too. And you really get to be put into a position where you're able to develop your own performance with other students and you can bounce off ideas with everyone and you can try out something. If it doesn't work, that's totally fine. That's very accepted. Then you can do another idea and see if that works. So yeah, you're able to push the boundaries a lot, but also making sure that you're sticking to the assessment guidelines whilst being very hands-on with your group. And then your tutor is also very helpful for that as well.
Awesome. It's great that you can already see, in your 5 years at university, the skills that you maybe developed and acquired and how you will use them, in the future workplace.
Yeah.
So you kind of touched on it previously, but have you had any opportunities of internships or practical experience as part of your double degree?
Yeah. So for most degrees at UNSW, there is something called work integrated learning, which means that within your degree, you're going to have some sort of opportunity to work at an internship or a placement as part of your degree. So for example, last year for commerce, I was able to do a full-time 6-month internship at American Express. So I was working in the brand marketing team. And in that internship, I really got to immerse myself in that corporate 9-to-5 full-time culture and learn a lot more about brand marketing and how that's a field that I do want to get into. I was able to work on content partnerships with American Express, go to some really cool concerts like Coldplay. So that was a really amazing experience. And yeah, that was paid and also went to my degree as well. And luckily enough, I just secured an internship at a company called Michael Castle Group. Michael Castle Group is a live entertainment production company. So they produce a lot of major musicals around Australia, West End, Broadway. So for example, Hamilton has just finished running. MJ the Musical just opened on Saturday. And I'm doing a marketing internship for them. So it's the perfect combination of both my degree and then actually a career, because my passion for theatre is obviously very evident in that company, but then my skills I've learnt from marketing and commerce has just been combined to this really perfect internship. And I only started last week, but again, it's widened my eyes around arts marketing and how it's very complex. And I'm able to compare that to American Express, where it was a whole nother industry. But yeah, both those opportunities were given to me by UNSW. So there's tons of work experience programs available through the university.
Awesome, sounds great. And yes, I can't wait to see what you do in the future within both of those areas. Final question, actually final 2 questions from me. Can you share your experience? We've kind of talked about your studies and things like that, but your activities outside of the classroom. So it's really important for students to understand that what else, our current students do, that it's not just studying and sitting exams. So are you part of any clubs or societies?
Yeah, so I've been pretty heavily involved in clubs and societies, as well as volunteering programs. So what I love about UNSW is that it's not just about academics. We have the most amount of clubs and societies than any other Australian university. There's over 360. Some highlights that I've been a part of, so I was in the Arts, Design and Architecture Society. So in that, I was able to meet like-minded people from this faculty, very, very creative, very, very hands-on. I was able to help plan our road trip. So that's when 50 people from this faculty go on a road trip, like interstate, and you're able to just have fun and just get to know each other a lot better. We also have like study groups, so if we're doing the same subject, we can all meet up, help each other out. It's just a very, very nice vibe, and just seeing other students from your faculty that you can't really see just in your classes. So that was a great experience I had. Another highlight for me was being in ARC Street Team. So ARC is basically an organisation that is run for students, that is by students, and that's there to make sure that every student at UNSW has the best student life possible. And Street Team was just a volunteering program. I was in it for quite a few terms, and we basically every week have a event or store on campus. We give out free food, we do some activities, and that was also an amazing way to meet people, not just from the ADA faculty, but across undergraduate and postgraduate faculties degrees as well. So that was a very, very big highlight. And from there, I actually have gone to Melbourne and Japan with people from Street Team. So it's not just a volunteering program, it's much more than that. And yeah, it's really made my university experience like 100 times better, because you're not just here just for study. It's a big part, but societies and friendships and making the most out of university experience is super important, and there is tons of opportunities here to do that.
Awesome. Great to hear that you're making most of the university experience. I have one more question for you, and that's for our students that are watching tonight. What is one piece of advice that you would give someone considering to study a Bachelor of Arts at UNSW?
Okay, I think one piece of advice is to just say yes to everything that you can. The Bachelor of Arts is such a flexible and diverse program. We have, I think, around 30 different majors that you can choose to specialise in. And like I mentioned, I do theatre and performance, but I also minor in psychology. And there's just so many different specialisations that you can sort of double in. If you don't like it, you can do something else. So it's just super, super flexible. And just, if you're interested in something, just go for it. If you don't like it, then you know you don't like it. But just making sure you take that step and just seeing what happens if you do say yes. So that's more degree specific, but also there are so many clubs and societies, so many different experiences available to you at UNSW. So for example, I went on exchange 2 years ago and I was able to live for 6 months by myself in Birmingham in the UK, and that was like the most rewarding experience of my life. I was able to gain so many life skills, be very independent, bit better with my money now, and just meet other people who are doing the same exact thing as you. So yeah, just saying yes to everything that you can, and just knowing that there are so many things available to you if you come to UNSW, and just getting outside of your comfort zone, because you never know what one guess may lead to. So yeah.
Thanks so much. Thanks
okay.
for joining me this evening. That's all we have time for tonight. I'll pass you over to Cam, who will talk through our admission pathways here at UNSW.
Thank you, Svetlana, and thank you, Fleur, for that fantastic insight into your studies and experience in the Commerce Arts double degree. Now I would like to take you through some of the admission pathways and scholarships that we offer through Arts, Design and Architecture. Firstly, the Portfolio Entry Early Conditional Offer Scheme. Are you passionate about a specific field or possess a unique ability that sets you apart? The UNSW Portfolio Entry Scheme provides you with an opportunity to showcase your passion, creativity, and talent alongside your ATAR. Consider these 3 reasons on why you should submit a portfolio. First, you can demonstrate your passion and talent alongside your ATAR. Second, you could receive an early conditional offer with an adjusted ATAR requirement of up to 10 ATAR points below the advertised lower selection rank. Or 3, the scheme can only increase your chances of admission to UNSW. So, who is eligible for portfolio entry? The scheme is open to domestic applicants who apply via UAC for an eligible degree offered in the scheme. If you're a domestic applicant and have your sights set on Arts, Design and Architecture degrees at UNSW, this scheme is tailored for you. Please note, we do have a portfolio entry workshop session on Tuesday the 15th of July at our Paddington campus, as well as an online portfolio entry information session on Wednesday the 16th July that I would highly encourage you to attend. We also offer our Gateway Early Admission Pathway. If you are completing your Year 12 studies, you may be eligible to apply for this pathway based on meeting the eligibility requirements you can see on the slide here. If successful, you'll receive either an unconditional or a conditional offer. An unconditional offer guarantees entry to your chosen program, provided you receive an ATAR. While a conditional offer means you'll be eligible if you meet or exceed a reduced minimum ATAR. Further, our Gateway program also offers awards and scholarships for eligible students, and so it is definitely something that you want to check out. For more information on the Gateway program and to see where you can apply once applications open in early April, please visit our dedicated website listed on the slide beneath me, gateway.unsw.edu.au. Prospective students can look towards UNSW College as a pathway to studying at UNSW as well. For our domestic students, you can consider completing a diploma in media or a diploma in architecture, completion of which will allow you to fast track to the second year of our respective bachelor programs. For our international students joining us here tonight, there are several pathways available. Whether you don't quite meet the requirements for our programs, want to increase your academic skills, or your level of academic English. Foundational studies prepare you for your first year of study in our undergraduate degrees, offering small classes and more personalised support throughout the program. And our diploma in media and diploma in architecture can lead you into the second year of our undergraduate programs. And further, our academic English programs for students who need to increase their level of academic English before commencing their studies. For non-recent high school leavers, we also accept completed AQF accredited diplomas and advanced diplomas from TAFE. Through this pathway, you may also receive recognition of prior learning for some degrees like design, fine arts, and social work. You can also contact the email on screen for more details about this pathway and your potential RPL. We also recognise tertiary results if you're looking to transfer from another institution. Scholarships can make a significant difference in your life as a university student. UNSW offers a vast range of scholarships, from merit to equity scholarships. For our international students, whether you're coming to us after your high school studies or articulating through UNSW college pathways, We also offer many scholarships that you may be eligible for. If you're unsure of your eligibility, we recommend jumping on the scholarships website and searching the list. There are a range of filters to help narrow down what you may be eligible for. Throughout the year, we will have further information sessions and events that I would also encourage you to look at attending if you believe they are relevant to you. This includes our Year 12 information evenings, portfolio entry sessions, and UNSW Info Day in December. UNSW Open Day, our biggest event of the year, will be held on the 6th of September this year. This is a fantastic opportunity to see the campus, talk to our academics, and find out about life in general at UNSW. I would encourage you to note these dates down or sign up to our UNSW newsletter to stay up to date with the latest information. We'll now be heading into our Q&A. Joining me tonight will be three of our current students. Cindy, studying a double degree in media and design, Keelan, studying architectural studies, and Lamia, studying a double degree in politics, philosophy and economics with law. A reminder to pop your questions in the chat and thumbs up to the ones you want answers to. Alrighty guys, so welcome. I would like to begin by asking you our first question, which is, can you please introduce yourself and let us know what are you studying and what year are you in? Cindy, if you'd like to go first.
Hi everyone. So my name is Cindy and I'm currently in my 4th year studying double degree in design and media.
Hi, I'm Keelan. I'm 3rd year studying a Bachelor of Architectural Studies.
And my name's Lamia. I'm in my 2nd year and I'm doing a Bachelor of Politics, Philosophy, Economics and Law.
Fantastic, thanks guys. So why did you decide to study at UNSW and more specifically your chosen degree? Cindy.
I'll kick it off. So my key reason to study at UNSW is because actually I found out that UNSW is very student life focused. So before I even came to university, I think when I was in like year 10 or year 11, I've been coming to UNSW's Open Day and O Weeks. So I've had a really good chance to explore the campus and see what all the student club societies have to offer. I remember like back in like year 10 when we did open days, we got to go through all the workshops, actually sit in lectures and listen to what the tutors and lecturers have to offer. And that just really excited me and set me in stone to come to UNSW. I didn't think about any other university, and by that point, I was like, okay, what should I study? So in my high school years, I've been interested in fashion design. However, UNSW didn't offer fashion design when I was applying for my 1st year. So I'm like, oh, the next thing they have is a Bachelor of Design. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take whatever degree they have to offer because this is going to be my dream university. And I also decided to do a double degree just in case design wasn't my thing. And I wanted to have a backup option to explore what academically careers I can explore in UNSW. And yeah, that kind of brought me here right now.
Fantastic, yeah, thank you. And as Claire mentioned a bit earlier, we do have that second campus at Paddington where all of our design things take place. So obviously a great addition there. So Keelan, how about you?
Yeah, basically I came in year 11 and year 12 to both the info days in 2021 and 2022, and I was just amazed by the huge campus and all the different facilities, especially for architecture, as I was very hell-bent on doing construction management, interior or just regular architectural studies, and going through the campus and seeing the Design Futures Lab, the Red Centre or now Anita B. Lawrence Centre, and the huge scale of the studio rooms and everything, I was breathtaking and I was like, I should really go here as well. And going off on Cindy, basically all the different societies and clubs, the student life is just unmatched here. And so I was like, I should go here. Definitely one of my favourite choices, yeah.
Fantastic, thank you. And Lamia?
I think for me, it was really the rankings and the academics that UNSW has. We're one of the top universities in Australia and globally. At the time of applying for my degree, UNSW was actually the only university in Sydney which had a PPE program. So for me, that really enticed me because I had passions in these disciplines. And then being able to double it with law, which was also an interest of mine. Again, UNSW was like the only place I could do this, and I was really, really strongly enticed to do it, so I applied for UNSW. And similarly, the student life is just amazing here. Coming on open day and being able to experience it, as well as O Week, I think, it made me really, really want to study here and enjoy my time here.
Fantastic. It is really great to hear that Info Day and Open Day were something that drew you guys in, which is fantastic. So, Keelan, we have some questions coming through. So, Keelan, I might throw this one to you. Can you provide us an insight into what a day in the life is like as an ADA student? So in terms of like your classes, your timetable, things like that. What's it look like for you?
Oh, well, for architectural studies especially, and same as like design, a Bachelor of Design as well, there's studios, and for architecture there's a range of subjects such as design studios, science and history and construction classes, and they all base off the building of a house, and it really gets in the nitty gritty. You sometimes have civil engineers in your classes too, and basically the classes range from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and around 6 p.m. as well. So for this term for me, I have a 9 to 10 lecture on Fridays and then 10 to 6 studio. Even though that might sound very long, these studios compact all your assignments. You have full help and feedback from your teachers, and it's really helpful, and I really have fun with it because you really get to meet everyone in your classes and really enjoy everything to do with the site, the analyses you do, the acoustics, the lighting, every single nitty-gritty thing that you can think of a building is perfect, and that's why I really love my degree especially. And during the weeks, I would normally go in every day basically. I would go to the law library or even the Anita B. Lawrence Centre, and I would go study, and because I lock in better here, it's like much more easier to see fellow peers go and grind their studies away. So I really do appreciate them working hard, and so I try to work hard as well. And I see friends on campus all the time, especially from my classes, and it's a great way to meet people, especially in your classes. And architecture is a very tight cohort. Everyone's very small. There's only about 100 people in your degree, in your year group as well. And so getting that close-knit community of connections, relationships, and friendships is so important. And with those all-nighters that you try to avoid, everyone is in it together. And it's a really fun degree, but also you need to time manage a lot. But yeah.
And so I'll throw to you for this one, Lamia. Can you talk us through how a double degree might work? Is it double the work, or how does it work?
Yeah, so that's actually a common misconception that doing a double degree is double the work, but that is completely not true, and it's also not double the time as well. So at UNSW, what we do is we have core courses from each degree, and we combine it together so that you graduate at a shorter time period than if you did 2 consecutive degrees. So for me, I normally do 3 courses each term. So I do 2 ADA courses and 1 law course. This time I'm actually only doing 2 courses. So I'm doing 1 ADA course and 1 law course, but I'm still set to finish on time. So it's very flexible. I get time to, look into my personal commitments, a part-time job as well. So I'm not stressed with the workload, and I also get a really unique insight into both my fields and how I can incorporate thinking and skills from both of those areas into my future career.
Fantastic, thank you. And Cindy, this one I'm going to give to you. So you're doing a double degree as well. Have you found that you've had to use any support services with UNSW, or what ones do you know about with UNSW?
Yeah, that's a great question. So for me personally, I actually haven't accessed many of the support services available to us at UNSW. However, even though I haven't accessed them, I'm very well aware of what is available to me. And I'm very grateful for that, because for all my courses that I've done from my first year to my 4th year now, at the start of each class of the first week, our lecturers and tutors would actually showcase a slide of all the support services, so academic, mental health-based, equitable learning services, special considerations. So they will let us know of all the links, all the resources to provide to us, which is why I'm very clear on what is available to me. So for the 3 main ones I want to touch on is first being the equitable learning services. So for that, a lot of my friends sometimes I will know they may be dealing with mental health conditions or mental health well-being, and the support service is available to help them with their exams or their assignments, so they may have like a longer time period to complete their assignments. Another one being is special consideration. So you don't need to have a long-term disadvantage. It might just be something small that comes up when you have an assignment due, and you can get a short extension to work on that for a bit longer. So this can be anything from mental to physical, which a lot of my friends access as well, and super helpful, so they don't have to hand in an assignment late. And lastly,
was it going to be something to do with careers? Because that one has come through as well, whether they're a career pathways available, or services, I should say.
Yeah. And lastly, I just want to touch on Mental Health Connect actually. So at UNSW, I'm very aware that there's a mental health service at our Kensington campus, and there are actually real clinical psychologists there, which can give a lot of our students 3 free mental health sessions. So if any of our students are dealing with mental health issues, they can seek support, and there's plenty of support around. Even like our peers or professional support or even tutors and lecturers are very understanding of that. To touch on career services, so at UNSW we have career mentoring program. So for that program, I have actually been previously a part of it. So you just apply for that program and they actually pair you with an industry mentor related to your degree to help you out. So for me, since I am interested more on the design side of my degree, they were able to pair me from someone from the design industry working at a company. And from there, we'll have weekly mentoring sessions where you can actually meet up with them at their office or an online Zoom call, and they'll just kind of tell you about what their day-to-day life may entail, or even what the interview process might be like, and they can also help me review my portfolio, which has been very beneficial in helping me apply for internships and work.
Yeah, fantastic. Sounds like there's a lot of options available. So I might stick with you for the next question that has come through. Because you're doing a double degree with us, both arts, design, architecture programs, do you get to do work experience as part of your degree? And if so, what have you done or what are you doing?
Yes. So for both my design and media part of the degree, there is work integrated learning. So what this basically means is we actually get to do internships as part of our degree, which means instead of doing a class, I can do a course at an internship place. So currently, I'm actually doing an internship. So this is with the design degree, and I'm interning at a startup, which is designing a mobile app right now to help businesses and consumers. So from that experience, it has been so valuable. I've been there for around 4 to 5 weeks, and I've learned so much from designing, which is way more than outside the classroom. You just actually get to work on real industry experience. Because it is a startup, I actually get to incorporate a lot of my design skills more, rather than kind of a big company, work on a very small feature. So from the startup, I've got to work with other designers from other universities as well. And apart from designers, I actually get to work with engineers, which is a very valuable part of my degree, as they value interconnectivity of multidisciplinary study. Yeah.
Fantastic. No, that really covers it. That's great. Thank you so much. And it's really great to see that we've got a couple of questions coming through. All of you guys mentioned in your introduction of your degrees that you really love the student experience. So Keelan, a couple of questions have come through about clubs and societies. So can you give us a bit of a rundown on your experience with that? How has that enriched your time at UNSW?
Yeah, for sure. Clubs and societies has literally been the backbone of my time at UNSW, and even since Info Day back in 2022, when I just saw the plethora, the 360 plus clubs, I was like, wow. And so straight away, I really wanted to get into the Architecture Society. And so when I was first year, I joined the events subcommittee, and I was very welcomed, and I super encourage everyone to become part of an internal team, as you can be an external member of every single society, but to be part of the subcommittee and internal team is such a treasure, to be in all the internal events, road trips, all the bondings, and you really make really lasting friendships and relationships that will continue far after UNSW as well. And so I also had the chance last year to become the co-president of Architecture Society last year, and it was such a amazing opportunity to meet all the different people, all the lecturers and course conveners at even USyd, UTS, Western Sydney, as well as UNSW as well, having to have conversations with the head of ADA and the head of architecture, Paul Hogben, and Ben Allen as well, one of the leading studio lecturers. They're all super encouraging and nice, and being involved, especially in a faculty constituent-based society, is very beneficial, as we have industry cocktail nights and big career events that societies have, and especially I know the ADA Society, Architecture, Design, and APRS as well, the Advertising and Public Relations Society, they all have media and even commerce media, law media, every single degree you can think of, there's definitely career opportunities available. There's mentoring nights, there's study sessions, there's workshops as well, especially for architecture and media students. I definitely know they go based off the specific courses and studios, and they can help you help you in all aspects of what you're studying, as well as most societies have peer mentoring, and I fully encourage doing peer mentoring as well, as I did it back in first year, and I had a fifth year master's student or second year master's student of architecture look after me with Studio One, and it was a huge thanks, as it really pushed me to become better within my studios. And as you progress, especially in architecture, all your portfolio work is definitely needed for the actual industry. And so relating with people that are far beyond your degree, I still have contact with people that graduated in 2023, and it's amazing. So I definitely recommend joining societies, as well as if you don't even do the degree, join a random society. Like my friends are in the Accounting Society, Commerce International, and they do architecture. So I fully recommend joining every single society, even Adventure Society, a bunch of different ones, as you connect with people that don't even do your degree. I have so many friends from a whole range, and they do law, commerce, media, even some aviation people, and I would have never met them otherwise. And so meeting these people at UNSW is definitely a necessary component, and I would have never have traded this time for anything else. And architecture especially, you'll need time to socialize, because there's so much locking in and so much working hard and being by yourself, that being with people is amazing compared to just being by yourself. But yeah. Cool.
Thanks so much. It's really great to hear how many enriching experiences or positive experiences have come out of student societies here at UNSW. So, Lamia, this question I'll give to you, because I think you, of the three here, are probably the closest from coming out of high school. Yes. What advice would you give to someone about to start a bachelor's degree here at UNSW?
I think my number one piece of advice is try to familiarize yourself with UNSW the best you can. So if you're still in high school, definitely go to Info Day, Open Day. We have a bunch of like tester days as well, info nights, just to see what your degree will actually be like and how university is actually set up like, as well as maybe coming on one of your free days to explore campus, getting to know where your classes are, learning more about societies and clubs, just because there are so many enriching experiences that you can get out of it as well. And then once you're in, just trying to get the most out of every experience. So of course, socializing with your classmates, talking to lecturers, to get a better feel of your content academically, as well as saying yes to experiences that are more social, like joining these societies, joining volunteering experiences, as well as just being around campus. We have so many opportunities like free food, well-being week as well, where you can like pet alpacas. So just being around uni, it'll definitely help you when you're starting off your bachelor's degree, because you'll feel like you're in a supportive and welcoming society, which is exactly what UNSW is, but just making sure you're familiar with the university really does help.
Yeah, great. And one of the questions that I would like to ask you just before we do wrap up is, you guys are a couple of years into your degrees now, or a few years, I should say. What are your plans after graduating with UNSW? So I'll get all of you to answer this. Cindy, would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure, I'll answer first. So for me, since I am in my final year of my double degree, once I graduate, I do plan to work as a full-time UI UX designer, and preferably I want to work at a tech company. That is my dream goal.
There we go. Keelan.
Oh yeah, since I'm also in my final year of my bachelor, since it's a 3-year Bachelor of Architecture, I'm hoping to pursue my Master of Architecture next year for 2 years, hopefully full-time, maybe part-time, but also working at a firm, hopefully, for maybe 1-2 days a week to gain the industry experience too, which would be great.
And Lamia.
I think I'm pretty, at the start of my degree, I'm here for 6 years. So I'm very open to what I can do after I graduate. I don't have like a set idea at the moment. Because I do a double with law, I would love to be able to utilize my PPE knowledge and use it for like a certain law discipline, like international law, something like that. But I think UNSW has really made me aware of how many opportunities there are. So just because there are so many opportunities, I don't think I'm set on anything, but I'm open to everything.
Yeah, and it's absolutely okay to still have your options open. So the very last question I want each of you to answer is, you have to give one piece of advice to the students who are looking to study at UNSW next year. What would you advise them?
Oh, good question. Let me have a think. If I was to give one advice I think, so to the high schoolers out there, the one piece of advice I would give is not to leave any regrets, since high school is a period you can't really go back to. So once you're in the university, you can actually stay here as long as you want. So if you do plan on coming to UNSW, like you do want to maximize your chances of coming here, and also just have fun in high school. This is like a very chill period. Do study hard and also have fun alongside it.
Fantastic. Keelan.
Yeah, 100%. I really encourage the studying hard as well. There was many moments where I fully slacked off, and in that little period where you finish HSC you finish year 12 and you go to HSC, that little couple weeks before studying, I did a whole lot of nothing in a couple weeks, and I left it all the way to the last minute to study hard. So I really push studying throughout the entire of that SUVAC period, especially at least maybe like 1-2 hours a day, because there's many days that you will regret not doing it, but also you will regret not making into your dream course as well. But there's always so many alternative pathways and experiences you can go through. But studying really hard at the HSC makes it shorter for the long term as well. Yeah.
Fantastic. Lamia.
I think my advice would just be not to be too hard on yourself. Don't stress too much. Always look after your health and your mental well-being. I know year 12 is very stressful. I was super stressed and anxious in year 12. So just remember to take it slow sometimes. It's completely fine to take a break if you need to. Always reach out for support. Always reach out to your friends, family, teachers even, anyone at school. And also just remember that at uni, we have so much support for you as well. So if you're feeling any type of stress or any just feeling negative at all, there's so much support here. So make sure just to pace yourself throughout year 12 and you'll have a great time.
All right, thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. So again, thank you to our lovely panelists. It's been great to hear from you on all of your great experiences, positive experiences. And I hope it's made you, for the students out there, I hope it has made you excited to begin your own journey at Arts, Design and Architecture here at UNSW. We can't wait to have you on campus next year and look forward to welcoming you soon. Thank you for joining us, and we hope the information we've given tonight has ignited a passion to study with us. If you do have any questions that perhaps we didn't get to in our Q&A or just generally throughout the year, we encourage you to contact our future student advisors via email, phone or live chat Monday to Friday. So thank you again, and I hope you have a lovely evening. Good night.